Transformers games updates, boys. All right, so we've got new launcher updates. Launcher. I know it's been a little while. Let's get straight into it. So, starting off, we have Dark of the Moon. We have lots of stuff on HUD, but we have Dark of the Moon now for both Xbox and PS3. Okay, I haven't fixed the banner. Never mind that. But like, okay, so that's working. So now we have both emulation for Dark of the Moon on Xbox and PS3. It's mostly out of the fact that I know the PS3 one, I got told that it runs a bit poorly. So for people on like lower end systems, you also have the Xbox version, so that now works native. It runs through Canary, so because I can run that, so that's nice. So that's now done. Boom. And also, if you notice, boom, the playtime, it is separate. So God forbid you want to play like both the emulators or anything, they are there. So that works. Also, quick notes, we have. I know people were like, oh, add Revenge of the Fallen, add the game, and add like Rise of Darkspark. They're in here, guys. I don't know what to say. They are in here. They've been done. Even the O3 games, the Transformers Armada, that is done. That's in here. That's been working for since last update. One thing you'll notice, I've slightly tweaked the about section just to require emulation, just so it becomes more evident. But I'm sure you guys have seen it as well. Oh yeah, actually, we have updated Speedrun Tracker. So this I finally finalized the UI on. So let's just go over like Revenge of the Fallen. Where do we have it? There we go. So basically this, I've redone the HUD. I said last time I want to redo the UI, so this one's a little bit better. Just a little more universal. You have your star, you have your any percent categories, so your categories here. You have your saves, so this pops up with all your different saves. I don't know if I have... here we go, Dark of the Moon, I was testing. Yeah, so it shows your recent 5 here. With your split lines and everything. You got your saved, shows all your categories, so you can edit and delete all of them if you want. You pull up edit, you can change the category, add a note, and that will have saved in there. So when you export it, it has all the things here along with dates and everything and time. So that's cool. We also have export all runs here, so boom, easy button in CSV format. We also have clear runs, so if you want to get rid of absolutely every run, so that's boom. Clear our speedruns, yep, and it's gone. Okay, so settings in here, what do we have? Okay, so we have updated, we have full keybind setup, a hotkey setup, and this is independent, just to clarify, it is independent per game, so you can have different keybinds per game. So this will be for 07. You can basically do like 1, 2, 3, that's what I've set, and then you can use your custom splits, so on level 1, level 2, never mind. So, oh yeah, TLDR, so these are global hotkeys, so whatever key you set, you won't be able to utilize. So preferably, this is why you want on like F keys or something. I don't have F keys and I was testing, so I just went 1, 2, 3. But yeah, just be warned, that is how it is. It's just because in order to register the key, especially because I had to bug fix the fact that it wasn't a global register hotkey, it wasn't, TLDR, when you opened another app that wasn't the launcher would be like, oh no, we're not in focus, we're not going to register your keybinds. Now that is fixed, now that does work. Also to note is it does work even if you utilize controller. That's a great segue, chat. Let me just grab my Xbox controller. And what you'll notice is, let's just, so boom, Speedrun Tracker update is done. That is now fully finalized, fully works. But all you'll see, Xbox. Never mind, that's just for this. But let's go to like War for Cybertron. No controller. What does this mean, chat? What does this mean? We have... Let me power it on real quick. Let me, oh, look at that, boys. Xbox One. Yo, we have full native controller support baked into the app. That means if you want, you can plug in your controller, boom, and it just works. So you can also start up the game via your controller. And as you can see, I'm currently navigating it. I mean, I know you can't see my controller, but like my mouse. You can see you can navigate the launcher as well with the analog stick. Triggers will send you over tabs, so triggers back and forth. So, boom, you can also see there's slight alterations in the HUD, so you get visual feedback. So obviously you can see with the mod section, you can see it hovers over the download with obviously correlating orange. So you got your analogs here, so but it gives visual feedback for utilizing controller. So that's nice. You can also go across each game. You can also whip up the settings menu with your settings button. So that works as well. I do need to fix it. You can nav the settings menu. It's a little bit quirky at the moment. I need to troubleshoot it, but I have gotten it to work to where I can nav it. I haven't updated it though to work with the advanced settings, which we'll get into. May as well. So as you can see, controller works. I'm not gonna, you know what, let's just do, was it Dark of the Moon? Okay, chat, I'm back. So, boom, Xbox 360, let's try this out. Let's click play, boom, yep, it launches in, and as you can see, we have Dark of the Moon on Xbox now running and loading. That is very loud. Yeah, that works. Play. Okay, so PS3 Xbox Dark of the Moon works. Xbox Dark of the Moon works. So, with that being said, let's move on. So we don't need controller in anymore. I'm just gonna unplug that for the time being. But as you can see, so that will work, and then of course that will follow it into the game. People are asking like, does Xbox controller work? Yes, the games do natively support it. It is inbuilt baked. If you're on PlayStation, you will probably have to run DS4, though emulation games do typically native support it. But just in case, install DS4. Maybe future update, I'll package it in or something if people really want it. But if not, Xbox native, it is what it is. Microsoft be Microsofting. With that being said, yeah. So again, like we have a model, we have them, we have the game, blah blah blah. What else do we have new? Okay, so we have a bunch of settings. We have a bunch of settings and accessibility stuff. So again, you saw controller support was added. I have fully done full language. I know this isn't like the most amazing stuff you want to see, but for localization we have English, we have French, Dutch, we have Swiss German, we have Swiss German. Yeah, so we have Swedish. We basically have a bunch of common languages that I've gone through and tried. As you can see, it is natively doing it across the entire launcher. So there is like full-on support for everything across it, even your controller registration. The only thing I haven't changed is the game names. So that completely works. So I know for all my non-native English, boom, you guys have support, so that's nice. Again, update functionality still works. Obviously, there's no live server right now, but let's you know what? I know you guys have been seeing it. Game updates and patch notes. Yeah, that is right. I have added in game events and patch notes. Obviously, I have no database to call at the moment, so there's just nothing. I haven't bothered setting up a temp one for the time being. But basically, this is what it'll pull up, and you can see you've got for all games. So you can across events. Basically, what this is meant to be for is obviously with the games, this basically enables patch support and event support for multiplayer. This is more a multiplayer thing, or even more a bug fix thing for maybe emulation games and stuff like that. You can basically check the patch notes and track them across all of the games. And on top of that, you also have events. This is more so for a multiplayer thing and more so for like the multiplayer based games, right? But that's what they're there for. With that being said, that follows into the next big point. I can't really like showcase it, but like I have built in full like update and patch functionality. So again, that kind of goes hand in hand with patch and game events, because it's like, okay, you could download the games, you could get them and they install and everything. But what else? I do have like full now update support. So now I could push out updates to the games, whether that be bug fixes, whether that be new additional DLC, or if I want to run like game events like custom game modes, double XP weekends, stuff like that. I now have the ability to be able to like fully patch or even like rebalance like the games in terms of like the multiplayer. I've like full capabilities to be able to do that now. Obviously, with the extension being is I need to be able to hook into the existing servers. So like I'm hoping to be able to work with Warehouse on that, and then I could have that could further flesh out the launcher to integrate like friends list edition here, full community tab, and be able to have like total player counts and then multiplayer player counts across like with the like obviously we have playtime stats, but like I could broadly expand this into other game data areas like favorite weapons, leaderboards, again running like events and custom game modes and stuff like that. Like the is basically setting it up to be a full like almost like continuous experience, like just to keep refining the games and keeping them alive and engaging with a core like I guess not, I don't want to say live service because it's bad, but like live support. Yeah, that's a better way to turn it. Either way, that's what it's there for. So that functionality's done, so that's cool. That's stuff for the future. With that being said, I'm sure some of you guys saw I did add a did a Transformers Crossfire. I don't know if anyone wants it. I don't know if it'll stay in. Let me know in the comments. But I did add Crossfire. I know it's called something. It's called something else right now. I don't know what's happened to it. I think it's like a whole copyright debacle. But I did end up adding Transformers Crossfire in here. So like, if I went on play on Roblox, it would work. It is fully in there. Again, it just launches via like Roblox app or web. So that's cool, I guess. Again, I kind of just recently added this in for testing. Favorites. I don't know if this was in the last update. It's been a while since I did an update, but we have favorites. So like, you can add the games up here, and boom, and that works, and it still works with a multi-scroll. Yeah. So again, boom. Speedrun tracker done. AI assistant hasn't changed. Volume and font size. Oh yeah, font size. So you can change this for accessibility. This is scales all the way up to 110. Because anything above that kind of breaks the eye, like everything's kind of smushed already. I kind of prefer mine down at like a 97, if only for the form it doesn't break the nice trio down here. You see, like I probably could fix this to where it stacks, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. We'll keep it at 100. With that being said, we have advanced settings. So that's great. Advanced settings. What is this? Well, this is basically, let's do blue. I like blue. So advanced settings, this is basically, this is more nitty gritty, but this is more the extension of like, user support to non-technical people. What do I mean by this? It's like, so again, we want to be able to make it as easy as possible. So what this will what this will initiate is basically your preferred update channel. So this again rolls into like the patch notes and the other stuff here. So most people will be on the stable branch. We'll have a beta branch, so it means if I want to do any testing for any new game modes or upcoming events or any new DLC, boom, we can have a beta branch, then we can have segmented testing, so I'm not just pushing out updates live without having them in like pre-production, right? So that would be nice, and it would be a good way to engage the community. And then nightly is more just like an internal dev thing. So yeah, also automatic updates, that is on by default. You can limit bandwidth, so if anyone with like a capped connection or I have, so basically, as you can see here, I have like respect metered connections. So in Windows, like you can have like metered connections, or if you're low on batteries. So this is like a laptop support. Again, because I know quite a few people do play on laptops or even low-end machines or with metered connections. This is integrated in here, so obviously if there's multiple patching across the game or there's big DLC files, that could be multi-gigabyte. Give me a sec. Yeah, so that's what that's for. It's just more basically like broader end support for the app. And again, you can set download limits if, say, you don't want it running patching like in the background or anything. It should respect while an app is open. It shouldn't. If a game is running, it shouldn't patch, and it won't allow you to launch if it's being patched. Just in case some little goobers try and do that. That validation is set in there. Again, like battery threshold, and then I have notifications. So notifications, obviously this will be like when events go live or new patching comes out. It will prompt via not only inside of the launcher, it should, if I recall, I need to double check, but I'm almost certain I have added toast notifications, so it will pop in through your Windows notification tray. I'm almost, yeah, no, I did 100%. Let me send actually and see if that works. I don't know if I have the right dev build for this. Let me see. It could be because I have do not disturb on. Let me do that real quick, and then let's test this update ready. Oh, boom. So here you go. So obviously it's running through my dev environment right now. Yeah, I think you guys can see that. Yeah, so test ready. So when I fully build the app, this will all come in your notification tray with a nice like Transformers logo here, the Transformers reactivate, and then it will showcase, obviously this is just test notifications for testing purposes, but obviously when a patch note comes through or an event goes live, you'll get that notification. It'll be custom themed to the launcher with the statement of like, oh hey, Halloween event here, hey guys, Christmas event here, stuff like that. So again, so we have boom, toast notification trays that works currently on Windows 11. I think it does scale down to 10. I haven't been able to test on older operating systems just because I don't have them right now. But anyway, so yeah, notifications, boom. I've also moved to Energon packs and trade system and all that here for the time being, because I thought just keep it out in the main settings. I also have full temperature diagnostics built in here. This kind of like overkill, granted, but the reason for adding this was basically if you're on like a laptop or if you're on a low-end machine, and I have seen people be like, can I run the games? And I know that the games are quite old right now, and I know most people can run them like fairly flawlessly, but this is just in case for the non-technical user that doesn't want to delve into anything, I have monitor status for like your temps and stuff like that. This ties into the notification tray. If your temps exceed basically your threshold, right? So if it exceeds threshold, it will prompt the user with a warning, which means basically if the games are running and they're running like way too hard on your machine, like your machine is legitimately that low spec or old or has something like up with it, it will prompt you and let you know that the games are causing undue stress on your PC and maybe you should get that diagnosed. I do have a couple of sensor issues with this at the moment. I mean, this is working. This is my graphics card right now. To be able to pull CPU temps and board temps, I think I need a third-party package. But I'll be looking into that because then obviously that gets the full suite. I mean, realistically, all I need is CPU and GPU. And GPU is probably the most important, to be honest, because that's mostly the stressor that runs the game, right? So that works. That's pretty cool. And again, now we have down here right at the bottom, network diagnostics. This again links in. So for gameplay, if you're having troubles, you'll be able to troubleshoot, or is it my temperatures? Is it my threshold? Is my graphics card just not able to do with it? You get notifications for patching. You have your support for low battery mode, battery threshold, and meter connection, along with being able to limit. And we also have full network diagnostics. Again, this is kind of overkill. Basically, when you go into here, it'll be like network diagnostics, and then it'll be like test your quality connection to our game servers. And this is basically the alternate end to the stick, right? So hardware is sorted, boom. Now it's network connection. Are you having any network connections in the games? Are you having any problems? So what it will do is it will run through a full diagnostic suite of your network to let you know, and then it will give you feedback. So just give this a sec while it runs through mine. And it will basically give you a full visual suite so you can understand, right, with a full grade, right? So boom, I've got an overall grade of A. My latency, you can also see past runs here in graph, and you'll see when I scroll down, it shows past runs. So you can see if maybe time of day, you're like, oh, I'm having some problems with the game right now. Is it my connection? You can rerun it in the launcher real quick. It's lightweight, it's super easy, it's inbuilt. And basically you can compare it against your history. You can see, I mean, mine's been fairly stable. You can see your jitter in here. So again, your latency is like, you know, just your average ping. Your jitter is like how like basically like stable is your line. Packet loss you want preferably 0 or worse, because packet loss will cause you to warp around in game. So that you want very, very low. Your download speed, you just want realistically like a couple of megabytes. Same with upload for the games, because it's not very that heavy. NAT type as well I have included, because again, since these games are quite old, they do run P2P. So for anyone wondering, it means it's not a dedicated server. It runs client peer-to-peer. Basically means like you on your PC connect to another person on their PC. For TLDR, it's exactly the same as old Call of Duty's work. So basically you want an open to moderate type NAT. If you have a strict type NAT, what it will do is it will basically impede your ability to either A, host, or B, connect to others. That's what it basically closes you off to people who have preferably an open or moderate, because your network is just not allowing connections. So preferably you can go in here and you can see, okay, my connection is decent, haven't got much jitter, haven't got any packet loss, so I won't be warping anywhere. You have enough speed and you have like an open or moderate NAT. That means your connection is good to go. You're going to be perfect to play the multiplayer games. And again, here you can see your latency, your jitter, your packet loss, your download, and your upload, all within all the variants. You can see all date, all timed, and you can see the variants across runs. So again, I have 12 runs total. So again, I thought that was pretty cool. And again, in essence, what this does is it means not only do you have the games, you now have the ability for continued support by me and the team, and you also have the ability to get your notifications so you can see when they come through, and you have the ability to diagnose your system real time. You'll be able to check your network and your system temps and utilization. I guess just for now, temps. Maybe I'll add utilization later with logs, because then you can get a full diagnostic suite, which basically means if you're having any problems with the games in relation to your system, obviously it's dependent on your system, but it means you'll be able to take this, come into the Discord, this is my problem, this is what I'm running on my suite, and be like, oh, okay, you lagging in game? Your connection's fine. Like, we could see all that. Or maybe your game's running low on FPS or something, or it's stuttering. We can see that, and then we can look. Like, this is just it's an easy way to be able to future help people in terms of running the game. And yeah, that's basically what it was. Again, it's not anything too like fancy, it's not anything too exciting, but these are the kind of the back end features that just help in terms of like UX, like user experience and user accessibility when being able to play the games from a non-technical user's perspective. Even just someone who's not native to PC, right? Obviously, for people who've been on PC for quite a while, like me, this is kind of second nature. I have other tools to do all this. So for you guys, you may see this and be like, oh, that's really redundant. Why even bother? But a lot of people really don't. That like they just don't. Okay, it's just simple fact they don't. I mean, the fact that people didn't know how to unzip the games on the current site publish at the moment, like the current live versions of the games where you need to unzip, so many people didn't know how to do that. That's why the launcher does that now, and that's why I've added in a bunch of these features. It's just accessibility, and again, all of this is nav by controller. It's the same reason that I added controller support inside of this to be able to play into the game, because some people just want to, they boot up the launcher. This, in essence, it's kind of a mirror to Steam's big picture mode is kind of what I was going for, but obviously I just didn't want to full screen it. I just want to have it native within the app and just kind of work like that. The premise is just to have it work, have it be super clean and easy when running the games, right? You want to be able to download, you want to be able to play, you want to be able to mod them, you want to have your controller support, you want to check your network, you want to make sure your GPU is running the game fine. That's all built into here now, so that all works. Also, let me check. So Discord presence. Join the Discord if you haven't, by the way. So boom, Discord presence has been updated in the launcher. What you'll see is I've also added multi-presence updating, which basically means you see the launcher, you see in launcher right now, but if I click play, we're going to see War for Cybertron load, and boom, as you can see, I'm really hoping you can see this right now, but War for Cybertron immediately has started a fresh countdown. Give me a sec while the game loads and let me close it real quick. So again, it works playing it. So we'll just close this, and then what else you can see, yeah, boom. Now it's snapped back to launcher. Hope you guys saw that. Basically, it does that for every single game. Where's the launcher? So down here. So basically, it does that for every single game. So it means we can see not only that you're in the launcher, you're utilizing the launcher, which means you're on current patch or you're available to play. Awaiting multiplayer fully integration, but it's like now you can check what games people are playing individually, so you can see it. Oh, pardon me. Need some water. Dry ass throat. Weather over here is horrendous. So yeah, basically it means Wolf Cybertron, Revenge of the Hill, and Dark of the Moon, Armada, all the games, even Crossfire. I have updated presence. Again, if I keep that or not, I don't know. You guys let me know. I don't really know what's going up with that game, if it's even popping anymore. Who knows? Also, we did do directory subtext. That has just been a slight update, so that's tweaked for like obviously like Xbox, PS2 emulation, PS3. It's just a little UI tweak to help first-time users in terms of initiating how they do setup in here. I'm just trying to make it like as super easy as possible to do. So you guys let me know on feedback. Let me know what you think. I think the main big portion is obviously being able to patch the games, have live events, patch notes, and obviously like full controller, and then like accessibility via the multi-language suite. So I don't know if you want to do. It does look pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Like, again, I'm not native to like these languages, so let me know. Obviously that'll have to come in like production testing, but like, you do have. We're Dark of the Moon. what was the movie? Oh, I forget what it was. It was the one with the Dinobots, the Mayverse Dinobots, where it was like Chinese in there or something. I forget. And then they go to like Shanghai. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think, and I think that's gonna be me, guys. Peace.